What is the great earthquake in Revelation 11 and 13? We're going to go into that today. So before we do that, I just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bahashem Yavashai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, GMS, TUIC, Shalom, and Shalom to the hopeful elect, Kwam Yasha Allah, and Abad Babal. So this is Revelation 11 and 13. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake, Salak, excuse me. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and a remnant were affrighted, and gave glory to the power of heaven. Right. So that great earthquake is talking about nuclear destruction. And that earthquake won't be caused by the chariots. It won't be caused by the lasers on the ship. It's specifically talking about ICBM's nuclear destruction. That's what's going to cause an earthquake. And rightfully so, because 200 million missiles are gonna hit America, man. When you think about it. And also, there's gonna be missiles that hit different parts of the world too. Okay, but yeah, that great earthquake is going into nuclear destruction. Now, the 7,000 men that were slain is really just going into a complete number of deaths. It's not a literal 7,000. It's just using 7,000 as a way to illustrate perfection. So it's a complete number of deaths, and only the Lord knows the exact number. So it's gonna be a lot of people, man. They're gonna die when the nuclear destruction comes about. They're going to die. Okay. They're going to die. And nuclear destruction is right around the corner, man. You see these other nations that have nuclear capabilities, especially the superpowers of the world. You got China, you got America, you got Russia especially. And they name their missiles, man. Russia, they have the Satan 1, Satan 2. You got China, they have the MOAB, which, that's spiritual because that's their biblical name. Their biblical name is Moab. Right? That's who they go back to. That's their progenitor. Their forefather's name is Moab. Right? And then you got America. They got the super duper missile, super duper ICBM. So hey, man, these other nations, they're ready. And also you got Pakistan. They got ICBMs. India, I believe, they have ICBMs. And North Korea, as weak as they are, or small as they are, I mean, they got nuclear capabilities, right? So nuclear destruction is right around the corner. Don't forget it. Okay. Now the remnant were afraid because they were scarcely saved, man. That's why it says, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven. That's just simply going into how they're scarcely saved, man. They're going to witness a lot of people falling by their side. I believe there's a precept for that. I think it's 10,000 shall fall at thy right hand. Briefly paraphrasing, man. I can't remember where it is. I think it's in Psalms, but while they're being beamed up, man, they're going to see a lot of people fall and die. And that specifically goes into Revelation 15 from verse 1 to verse 2. The sea of glass. They're going to witness the destruction, and they're going to be delivered right before the destruction, right? So yeah, man, that just goes into them being scarcely saved. So let's go into another precept here. I'm going to read Revelation chapter 16 verse 18. I'm going to read all the way through to the 21st verse. And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth. So mighty an earthquake, and so great. Beautiful. So this is an earthquake that mankind has never experienced before, right? So we have experienced different earthquakes on the earth. When you watch the news, there was an earthquake or a tsunami in Japan. It was a size 7. It was 7 on the Richter scale. You know, you think about that for a couple weeks, but after 2 weeks, man, you forget about it. You know, this is going to be a destruction that you'll never forget. And this is a destruction that we've never experienced before. You know, on the Richter scale, there's levels. I believe it goes up from 1 to 10. And I believe 10 is called the hand of God. Right? That's when you know, like, the Lord is really in that earthquake. And I believe, man, it's gonna far, you know, that this earthquake that's gonna come through nuclear destruction, it's going to exceed 10. And everybody's gonna know that the Lord did this. Everybody's gonna know that the Lord is judging this place by that earthquake happening, that great earthquake happening. All right. So this is something that mankind has never experienced before. You see, we've experienced atomic destruction. Went back to Hiroshima and Nagasaki, but we've never experienced nuclear destruction. And that's a whole nother can of worms. Right? That's a whole nother can of worms. You know, that goes with 1,000,000 plus temperatures. Radiation. The earth being destroyed. Right? You have to wear hazmat suits. Nuclear fallout. You know, mankind has never experienced that on a large scale. Okay? You know, you have like Chernobyl. That's nuclear destruction. But that's small time. That's small time compared to what World War III is going to bring. ICBM shot off by these different nations, man. Right? That's catastrophic. Now you know what? Let's look up that word earthquake. Right, that word earthquake should go back to seismo. When you look it up, seismo. Let's see how this devil says it.
Strong's G 4578 seismos.
Seismos. Okay.
Seismos.
Seismos. So yeah, seismos says a shaking, a commotion, a tempest, an earthquake, a commotion of the air, a gale of the ground. Okay, yeah, of course, that's gonna happen. It's gonna shake the ground. And earthquake, tempest. Okay, great. Now let's go a little bit deeper. Okay, CO, right? See how he says it.
Strong's G 4579 Sio.
Sio, okay.
Sio.
Sio. To shake, agitate, cause to tremble, of men to be thrown into a tremor, to quake for fear, metaphorically to agitate the mind. And that's all going to happen when the Lord brings this great earthquake. When the ICBMs are shot off, and when they hit their designated target, primarily America and different parts of the world, but primarily America, all of this is going to happen, man. You know, people's minds are going to be agitated. People are going to quake with fear. And it's also going to cause a physical trembling. Right? So that's going to happen. Now, let's read Strong's definitions. Apparently a primary verb to rock, vibrate properly sideways or to and fro. Beautiful. Okay, so keep in mind to and fro. And that reminds me of Isaiah chapter 24 and 20. So this is going into an earthquake, man. Okay, so that's how you get the understanding. To and fro. That's why when you read Isaiah 24 and 20, what does it say? The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. So that's a great shaking, which goes into an earthquake. And shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgressions thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. So, you know, the earth will reel to and fro like a drunkard. How? Through nuclear destruction. And we always used this precept here at Great Millstone to explain nuclear destruction. So that reeling to and fro is going into a shaking, an earthquake, a severe shaking. And that's what the earth is going to experience when the ICBM missiles drop. The whole earth. All right? The whole earth is going to feel it. And that goes back to what we read. It says that mankind has never experienced that before. You know, when this great earthquake comes, the whole world will feel it. It's not like how we have to watch the news. Oh, yesterday or last year or whatever, when you watch on the news, Japan just got hit with a level 7 earthquake. You have to actually look at the news to figure that out, right? And you look at the news and you see the damage. But when these nukes drop, man, everybody's gonna feel it. Like, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna know that something's wrong. You're gonna feel it. All right, spiritually, physically, and mentally, you're gonna feel it. All right, you're gonna feel it. So that's how powerful this destruction is. So it says the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage. Removed out of orbit, removed out of place. It's gonna shake, and the transgressions thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. And you know what? Pretty much, man, America will never rise again after this destruction. I just gotta put that out there. These nukes are gonna level Babylon the Great and different parts of the world where these ICBMs hit. Because destruction is not only going to fall in America, but different parts of the world. But America will be severely impacted and really leveled by these nukes when you go into, I believe, Revelation, the 12th chapter. 200 million missiles. Let's see if we can find it. I think it's Revelation 12 and 9. Let's see if we can pull that up. No, Revelation 9. I'm sorry. Revelation 9 and see. 1,000. Yeah, here we go. So, yeah. Revelation 9 and 16. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire and of jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and the smoke and brimstone. And these three was the third part of men killed by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone, which issued out of their mouths, for their power is in their mouth and in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. So it's going to destroy a lot of people. Third part of men also, going into pretty much this beast system, NATO and the EU, and you different Edomites, man. Edomite nations, you Edomite superpowers, you're going to go down too. Right? So, the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. You can't count that. It's just so much missiles that are going to bombard this place, man. Right? Mainly America, because all these nations, man, they're going to shoot at America. Alright. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring that out. So, let's go back here. So, since we look up the word seismos, that's where you get the word seismograph or seismometer from. And a seismometer, it says instrument that records seismic waves by measuring ground motions caused by earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and explosions. Right, so this actually measures the eruption or the explosion that's caused by the earthquake. Right, so they see how powerful it really is, and it's going to be off the charts. It's going to be off the charts. Right, so obviously this is going into a severe earthquake, a shaking. All right, so I just thought I'd bring that up, man, because that's how these I think it's geologists. These geologists, they use this. They use this instrument. I believe it's geologists. So anyways, let's go into Revelation 15 and 1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up with the wrath of the Most High. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High, and they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, which is going into the scriptures. Right? They all sing in the same song, which is having the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai through the scriptures, saying, "Great and marvelous are thy works, Lord Power Almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints." So I just wanted to bring this out, man. They're going to experience and see the destruction while being in the ships. You know, that sea of glass burning or mingled with fire is them looking at the ozone layer being burnt up. Right? They're gonna have a bird's eye view of the destruction. They're gonna be looking down through the ship. And when they're witnessing this destruction, they're gonna be given all praises and glory and honor due unto Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, because they just got saved from this destruction, right? So they're going to witness that great earthquake, that great destruction, man. So I just thought I'd bring that out. So anyways, with that, I just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and that do teach well. To you I say shalom, and shalom to the whole elect. Kwam Yashala and Abba Bal Shalom.